Y'all know I don't even gotta say nothing. Y'all already know how Judge Joe Brown get down, man. Let's get into it. You know he gonna speak the truth. What he talking about? Oh Lord, he talking about Donald Trump. Oh shoot. Okay. Let's see. You know he be speaking that
How
speak.
you feel about Trump saying that he did more for black people since Abraham Lincoln? You agree with that?
He actually probably has. What's
What?
going on is I had a political science major at UCLA. I made the dean's list a few times,
Okay.
so I didn't do bad with it. That wasn't what I wanted to get into, but it
Right.
was actually a minor that became the major.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go down objectively and you look at the American presidents that have done things for black folk, heretofore, the number one black somebody was probably Lyndon
I told y'all that nigga got an AirPod. I told y'all. Look, I told y'all.
Baines Johnson, believe it or not, in spite of the bad PR he has now. Black folk loved him back in the 60s. You probably have doing things for black folk after that would be Bill Clinton, but he did a lot of other garbage stuff too. And in third place, you would probably have Harry Truman, followed by, thanks to his wife Eleanor, you would have Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
Hmm.
But on top of that whole heap, you would have had Abraham Lincoln.
Mm-hmm.
So what is going on is Trump has exceeded what Clinton did.
Okay.
Trump has exceeded what LBJ did.
Okay.
So that wipes out everybody between now and back to Lincoln. So he's
Mm.
probably telling the truth. I know that I looked at the stats and I made a point of studying statistics way back when. What winds up happening is black folk had their highest actual purchasing power under Trump since 1968 under LBJ. There were more black people employed as a percentage of the black population since 1967. There were more black officials appointed, more general officers nominated.
Yeah, but then you got some people, Joe, that'll say that all of that stuff was being put in place from Obama, and he's just reaping the benefits of what was set in place. But I don't know. I'm just telling you what they are saying.
Etc., etc., under Trump than at any time since 1967, 68 under LBJ. So all of that's perfectly true. And then you had the platinum plan that he was pushing through Ice Cube, which was a good thing. He pardoned Jack Johnson, which Obama boy refused to do. And Jack Johnson is a special person. For a lot of now mostly dead black Americans, he was Muhammad Ali.
Mm.
He was the black world's heavyweight champion before World War One, way back when. And
Okay.
he whipped anything and everything that got in the ring with him. And they didn't have these nice fights now with 12, used to be 15 rounds. And if you had so many knockdowns or you threw in a towel, they'd have these brutal contests that would go on for 25, 35 rounds at a time until somebody just
Damn.
couldn't get back up.
Shit,
And
they was
this
knocking
man
niggas
took on
silly.
all comers and beat everything. And what they did is they tried to get him because he wound up getting a white wife. And that was bad because she and her homegirls used to hang around with him. And this is back before World War One, more than 100 years ago, and that
Right.
just was not to happen.
Right.
So they created the
I wonder if Jordan cracked him one before. He give me vibes like he did. He went to UCLA. He cracked him a few.
FBI to set the stage for coming up with what is
Look at his shades. He cracked him a few. Yeah.
become the Mann Act. Now, most recently, we have been exposed to the Mann Act because it's what they went after R. Kelly under, transporting women across state lines for illicit purposes.
Damn.
So what wound up happening was Jack Johnson and his wife were going to Europe. You had to take a steamship back then. So they were going to a seaport on the Georgia coast, and they went through a corner of Georgia. They're married, but Georgia didn't recognize that. So as soon as he stepped off the train, they busted him. They convicted him under the Mann Act. He got sentenced, but before they could get him in, he escaped.
Wow.
And he wound up fleeing to France, where he stayed for quite a while until his mother begged him to come back for one visit. And he got caught, flattened his time, got out, and then got killed in a car wreck in 1946. So this man deserved a pardon, but Obama wouldn't do it.
Oh, man.
But Trump did it.
Yeah.
And I'm glad he did it because it was a symbolic thing. Jack Johnson was a ray of hope. He got superseded by Joe Louis, and then we had Superman, Muhammad Ali, formerly Cassius Clay, who did a whole lot of good stuff. He was a smart man. He really did it. And my brother, the late Clifford Stewart of Los Angeles, was his personal bodyguard and confidant for a long period of time.
So Joe know the T on Muhammad Ali. Interesting.
Great guy. I met him. He could talk for hours and keep everybody laughing and riveted. And he had a real personality. He was a human. He was somebody that it wasn't a matter of did you want to drink beer with him. You just
wanted to be around.
You were there. And all of that presence engulfed you, you know?
Right.
And Trump pardoned him. Jack Johnson, who was the prototype for Muhammad Ali. So that was meaningful. And Trump, I told this story the last time. I got on the bench beginning of end of the 1980s. I got on the bench, okay? And I know we had a conference in New York, Big Apple. I hadn't been in years, so I'm cool. You know, I got some cash in my pocket, some plastic too.
Okay.
And it was weighting me down over to one side at the time. And I had gotten divorced, you know, from a real demonic woman. And
damn, he caught her demonic.
I was glad to have the opportunity to go to a couple of New York clubs with some people I hadn't seen for a while. So we're in there, and there's this tall white guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's by himself.
Right.
But he's hanging with all the black folks. I said, who's dude? He seems to be comfy up in here. He said, oh, that's Donald Trump. I said, you know, he's building Trump Towers, you know, he's a businessman, supposed to be very rich. I said, well, he seemed to be okay with the black folks. So I noticed all of the black celebrities, which I wasn't at the time, were trying to hang with him, and he was sitting at a table with a whole bunch of fine women and, you know, all of these black celebrities, stars and everything that I'd seen on TV and on the silver screen and all of this, and, you know, he was there. So he's there. And that impressed me, because you know how sometimes it happens, oh, you know, you guys, are you all right with me being at the, yeah, you know, you don't mind if I play with you, you know, hey. But
did Joe Brown just code switch? That's funny as hell. This nigga's in his 70s. He don't got to do that. That's hilarious. He still got character, bro. I fuck with Joe the long way, bro. That nigga tough. I want to meet Joe Brown,
he's
man.
done some good stuff for black.
He died when we lost a legend.
It is what it is.
That's a real nigga, bro. That's a real nigga. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Hearing Judge Joe Brown talk, it gives me hope as a black man. It gives me hope, cause it's like that's the type of old man I want to be, bro. I want to be just sitting there like, yeah, I remember that nigga over there used to slap his bitch. I said, hell, that ain't my business. Hell, I remember My baby mama used to, yeah, like nigga. That's the type of old man. Just have a blunt just rolled and just a cup of a scotch or something. Jack, whatever the classic man drinks. You know. Yeah, you know, and I had told Jenny. I told Jenny she better bring. No, I'm just saying, bro. That nigga Judge Joe Brown he's real. He's the grandpa I never had. Wish I had. Like for real, nigga. But yeah, bro. Judge Joe Brown, he got a point. He got a point.